Hi everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell. Of course, I'm Russell, and welcome to a new video. Yes, I'm here in Moscow, Russia. Of course, everything's going on right now. I thought today we'd have a nice walk around of the local shopping mall or shopping center close to where I live. This is actually a huge shopping center, so we are going to try and keep the video as short as possible. I know you guys do love them, longer videos, some people don't, so let's just go see what the mood's like inside. Let's see what shops are open or closed. Let's head on inside and check it out. Now the shopping center we're at is called Solaris Shopping Center. This is kind of my closest major shopping center where I live. It's about 20 minutes away by bus. It's kind of really convenient for us to come here. So I would come here probably a few times a week at least. We'll kind of go right in the entrance right here, and we'll have a look around, shall we? This shopping center is very big. It's kind of a 3-level shopping center, and you can see just, I don't think the camera does it justice how big it is, because it's kind of huge. Now this is actually the quieter end of the shopping center where I've come in, just so it's a little bit easier to film this kind of walk through. So I thought I'd start off the tour right here at Burger King, or if you're in Australia it's Hungry Jack's. Now today is the 16th of March, by the way, so just to make sure everybody's aware when I'm filming this, it's a Wednesday afternoon. And I thought I'd sort of just show you the food court and show you all the people here that's in the food court. So of course Burger King is very open. Plenty of people there. Best thing about Burger King is you can get unlimited soda right here at this machine. So yeah, that's kind of the neat thing. And right next door is KFC. We all know Kentucky Fried Chicken very well. And very popular here is the self-service kind of counters. There's very few people always sort of buying things at the counter, and most people automatically go straight to these sort of checkouts. So you'll see there's plenty of people working behind the counters here. So it's definitely open. It's not closed. Dim sum, and there's another, I think it's like a salad bar at the end there. We'll just sort of swing around and have a look at everybody in the food court area, because it's a huge food court, so it's actually got a ton of tables, like really has. So just give you a bit of an idea of how many people really are here. Just to give you an idea how many people are here. So it's a very big, it's a massive shopping center in terms of Australia, probably even in terms of most suburban American shopping centers in Europe. This is actually bigger than any shopping center in Australia, and this is considered just basically a suburban shopping center, or shopping mall, sorry everybody. Krispy Kreme is here. I'm not sure who owns the Russian sort of franchise of this, if it's actually overseas owned. There's not been any mention about these guys closing. So Krispy Kreme is here. I think the price has gone up a few rubles though for the donuts. I think compared to normal. We got the one on display right here just to tease us. So yeah, there is a ton of people here. It's kind of young and old, bit of a mix of people. Everybody obviously doing all of the normal sort of takeaway stuff. Yeah, there's a few kind of traditional Russian restaurants over here. There's Dodo Pizza, there's Teremok, there's Katochka as well. So yeah, I was going to try and make this a bit of a shorter video, but I reckon by the time I'm done it's going to still be 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So if you like longer videos, this might be for you. If you like short videos, maybe just skip forward a few little bits here and there. Yeah, it's a very full place. One thing that's kind of neat here is at Burger King and KFC, you can get beer. And you can sit down and actually have a beer with your meal. And there's no rules against it, you know, I mean, like, licensed area or anything like that. You know, so yeah, I hope this gives a good perspective. Star Dogs is like hot dog stand with beer as well. It's not awfully popular in the shopping center here. They have a lot of Star Dog kind of outlets at the parks. When you go for a walk in the park, they've got like kind of like little booths where they've got the hot dogs. Yeah, it's Terry Mock, and then there's Coffix over here, which is fixed price coffee. There's a few of these around now where you've got kind of this one price coffee. At this end of the center, there's all of the non-KFC and Burger King people who've come for lunch. I guess it's kind of afternoon time now, so yeah, it's a very nice shopping mall here, and it's got a huge place to sit down. There's never a kind of worry about finding a chair, no matter what time of day it is. Of course, Wednesday afternoon today, so it's people coming home from work, kids home from school. Let's keep walking. Just thought I'd point out the cinema here. There's an 8-screen cinema in the shopping center. So they've got the self-checkouts, which is pretty neat. This is pretty much the only way you can buy tickets. And they've got the concession stand like any cinema in the world. One thing that's kind of missing at the moment is quite a few of the major movie companies, I guess, have pulled out of Russia. So like the movie The Batman is not showing. So I guess everyone's going to have to find it by other means at the moment. Yeah, not too many people here, but I guess depending on the show times. All the movies here are in Russian. They do have some with English subtitles, but it's pretty much all in Russian. You know, usual popcorn over there. Another Western brand is Cinnabun. And these guys are open. It's kind of more like a coffee shop, really, like cafe. There's a few people sitting here. This is actually right by the food court. It's not too far away. As we swing around, we'll kind of get a bit of a feeling of how big the shopping center is. It's got this huge glass domed roof. So there's not very much lighting here, especially during the day. Yeah, it's a very nice shopping center to come to. It's over 2 levels. So we'll see here downstairs. Now, I'd say just for me, in terms of, you know, how does it normally feel here? This is probably about the same amount of daily traffic as when I'd normally come here. Probably come here a couple of times a week myself. Mostly just passing through to get on the train or the bus. There's a very, very big supermarket here, which we tend to come to, you know, on the way home quite often. Watch repair guy right here. This is a hobby store, you know, where you can buy all the crafting things. This is a Sweet Cat shop. I don't know, it's like a Hello Kitty, but maybe like Russian Hello Kitty, I guess. Giffel is my wife's favorite kitchen store. And they've got all, this is actually a German company too, which I'm kind of curious again about the ownership, because these guys are fully open. Yeah, it's very, very nice things in here. We have frying pans and different stuff in the kitchen from Giffel. This is actually a very big one, Giffel Home. They've got some kind of more smaller stores in the suburban areas as well. Ladies, this is a place to come if you want to buy stuff for your kitchen. These are pretty neat. They've got a lot of these kids drop-off centers here in the shopping center, so you can basically leave your kids for however many hours. It's basically like a playroom, I guess you'd call it, but it's a supervised. One happy lady in there. There's no kids in there at all at the moment. Yeah, you pay so much per hour to leave the kids here, and you can go off and do your own shopping. Now, this is the middle atrium of the whole shopping center here, kind of where you kind of just see the size of the place, and actually also where we'll see a few of the clothes stores, not clothes. We'll actually get a bit of an idea of just a few of the brands that actually aren't still here. But again, this big roof, and today's beautiful blue skies here in Moscow, so it's kind of the perfect day to kind of be out and about. You see quite a lot of people around here. Again, this is a huge shopping center, so people would come from across Moscow to come shopping here. So it's not, you know, a kind of quiet place even on, you know, Wednesday afternoon, for instance, you know. Yeah, a lot of the brands on this upper level are all of the Russian brands. Be Free, Curry, Gloria Jeans. Yes, Australia, this is not a coffee shop. It's actually a ladies' kind of budget clothing store, I guess you'd call it. In Australia, for any Australian or non-Australians watching, it's actually a coffee shop brand. Let's have a look over the balcony here. It's everybody's still in jackets. Of course, it's still cold outside. Today is about -5 or so. It kind of feels a bit colder than that with the wind chill. So I think I'll start here. Now, this middle atrium part of the shopping center is kind of where all of the bigger brands are. And I guess I'll start right at Starbucks, because they've got their kind of indoor cafe, which is closed. I think this closed literally in the last 2 days. So I was here a few days ago and it was definitely open. So these are all of the international brands that are definitely closed here. Stradivarius is closed. They could have left their lights on. If I was the shopping center, I'd tell them to put their lights back on. And we'll just sort of do a lap around here because you'll see the brands that we're kind of hearing about closed that are Bershka. Now, if you're from Australia, New Zealand, you probably don't know these brands, possibly. Most of Europe knows them very well. I think even in America, these guys aren't around. Now, we'll just do one little lap here in this middle atrium. Now, this is actually, I call this Pienbrow. I'm not sure what the name is in English, but gosh, it's a perfume shop. Sorry, it's one of my wife's favorite shops again. Right here with all of the big brands. So this will be interesting in the kind of coming weeks as supplies run out or stock runs out. You know, I mean, shops aren't just going to be empty 2 days later in Russia, you know what I mean? They've got huge stocks to keep these shops open for a long time. Zara Home, here we heard about, was closed, and it is. And these guys have switched their lights off. Maybe they still have to pay their bill. So, Pull & Bear, we'll see as well. And then, as we swing around here, what we'll do is we might kind of swing around these teddy bears. There's a teddy bear guy right here. There is a couple of stores that are actually open. L'Occitane is open. They've got these kids swings here. Can you see this young guy swinging away here? And the Restore is actually the Apple store, but it's actually not Apple. It's basically a third-party reseller. Nespresso has a little kiosk here. Zara is closed. You know what I mean? In general, you know what I mean, it's still the same amount of people here in the shopping center. It's not quieter, I don't think it is, compared to any normal day. In maybe Saturday or Sunday, it's a little busier. There's a lot of through traffic here from the metro and then onto the buses to go to regional areas. So there's a lot of people that come in and out through the shopping center. This is the Zara store. Again, closed here. And then Uniqlo is open. Now, right before I started filming this, my wife called me and I just let her know that Uniqlo is open. She was all excited because we had heard it had closed. But no, it's open. So everybody likes to relax here. When I come shopping with my wife, this is where I sit, right on these nice comfy chairs and sofas. It's a nice place to kind of chill out. So yeah, Uniqlo is very open. They actually have these, because they've got so many doors here, they've kind of just got one in and out. That's why they've got these tapes up on these extra doors. they're not able to close the roller doors because it's kind of fire exits and things like that. So there's one guard kind of then looks after just one entrance. And we'll go down one of the other laneways here, or I don't know what they call them in shopping centres. I was just sort of looking back there. There's Timberland, which you don't see very many Timberland stores around the place, but it's here and open. Street Beats is kind of like a third-party shoe reseller where they've got all the kind of cool shoes, I guess. That makes sense. Guess is definitely open as well right there. That's very open. It's a nice big store. They've got every handbag possible in that Guess store. And then over here we've got, just swinging around, I hope you're not getting too giddy, New Balance. And then just keep walking along a little bit further here because I was just reading about Marks and Spencer's on the way to the shopping centre earlier on, and it talks about that although the store's kind of announced that it's meant to close, the ownership is very complicated, and then the franchisee is actually owned through a Turkish company. So Marks and Spencer's one of my mum's favourite shops, if she's watching. It's actually got very nice clothing. It's not cheap in terms of Russian prices, but it's a very nice store. Henderson is a men's clothing store with suits and different things. New Yorker, again, I'm not sure the ownership of these extra companies. This is a big New Yorker store, by the way. And we're slowly kind of walking to the main entrance at the end of this alleyway. Pandora over here is very open. Yeah, there's the big confusion here, I guess, is the ownership of the different brands, especially the Western brands, like who owns them. You know, they're open, they're closed. You know, should they close, should they be open? Whose decision is it to do that? And someone did actually point out in the comments of one of the other videos about companies doing self-sanctioning versus doing, you know, sanctions where they're closing. So self-sanctioning is where they're closing on their own will because they think they should, you know, and it's the right thing to do. Giovanni Gentile, I guess he's Italian of some form. And then we're back around here at, this is the opposition to Coffix, one price coffee. 60 rubles for a coffee. And you've got Wi-Fi as well and plugs to plug in. And 60 rubles for a coffee is pretty good value. So, you know, all the small sizes at one price. And you've kind of got medium and large as well, and extra large. 60 rubles for pretty much all the standard coffees. Okay, so this is actually kind of one of the main thoroughfares that kind of walks up to the main supermarket, Globus. And you'll just see the amount of people going to and from, I guess, Globus and then onto the main part of the shopping centre where we've walked through already. But it'll just give you an idea of the amount of people that kind of come in through here. It's, you know, if I was to think about this at home in Australia, pretty much only maybe the few days before Christmas, maybe on the after Christmas sales, it might be this busy, but this is kind of an everyday kind of occurrence at this shopping centre. Pretty much all the shops on this laneway are all Russian brands. There is actually a couple of phone stores up there, the Samsung shop, but these are all local brands. I just thought I'd sort of walk down to that exit, which leads down to the metro. We'll just get an idea of all the people going to and from the entrance of this shopping centre. It gives you an idea of how many people come through here. Need some gloves. It's a very popular place. Again, this is a regional shopping centre, so the one thing about this shopping centre too is there isn't lots of housing around here, so most people have to take the bus in and out, or the metro, the train. It's not kind of somewhere that people kind of, let's say, walk to, or, you know, drive 5 or 10 minutes to get here. It's definitely a suburban shopping center. Let's just battle through the down escalator here. Just see the amount of people coming in here, and this is kind of non-stop. We could almost do a 12-hour time lapse of people just coming and flooding into this shopping center. And this is Wednesday afternoon as well, so it's a normal afternoon. Oop. Might do is we might swing down this way so we can get a bit more of a feel of how many people are coming through here. This is the lower entrance that comes out of the metro and the bus station. So you'll see everybody filtering in. And this is actually the new part of the shopping center that they've kind of just recently opened. And we'll get to a kind of an interesting spot in a second when we spin around. So literally about 3 weeks ago, they opened this McDonald's. 3 weeks ago. And I reckon it's been open a week and it had to close. So this lower entrance here kind of leads out to the car park and then the metro. It's actually a perfect place for a McDonald's because the amount of sort of through traffic here is incredible. And I reckon it only opened a week. And the investment they put into building this thing, and it's gone so quickly, is a little bit scary for the owners, I guess. You know, they said that they've temporarily closed, this lower area here, and it gets all this traffic that goes to that metro entrance just ahead. You know, the amount of people coming up and down and into this shopping center is non-stop. Okay, so we started outside. I thought I'd end outside, but we're at the other end of the shopping center now. Traveling with Russell here in Moscow, Russia. I hope you've enjoyed this kind of tour, walk around of my, let's say, local shopping center during these kind of crazy times right now. And especially just to show you how many people are here. You know what I mean? The places aren't deserted and empty. You know what I mean? There's a few stores closed here and there in that middle atrium area, but...
Hello,
how
are you?
Здравствуйте.
Как дела?
Хорошо.
Хорошо.
Yeah. There we go. One guy wants to be famous on YouTube. So I don't think I'll edit that out. We'll just keep going. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you've liked this tour of, again, the local shopping center. I've lost my train of thought now and it's going to go on longer. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs down if you like. I see some people do put thumbs down on videos. I'm really not sure why, but if you're right here at the end, that's great. Thanks for watching. And if you're a subscriber, especially in the last 5 days, 200 new subscribers in the last 5 days on the channel. We've gone past 500 now, and we're on to 1,000 subscribers hopefully soon. So yeah, thanks for watching. Traveling with Russell, and I'm off on another adventure, and I'll see you in another video. Bye everybody.